This is a tip calculator I've created in MDS and transferred to my iPhone. It contains 3 pages, and you see the first one's tip calculator, second one is average, and third one is restaurant location. The main one, it links to, you can pop in a postcode and it links to Google Maps, but the main one is the tip calculator. So if we copy this through running the database, you'll see what I mean and how it works. So we can tap the date to set it. We can dining in whatever restaurant, take a photo of the restaurant, the cost of the meal. So say for example the meal was £125 or dollars. The number of people dining, say 3, was it an average or poor, average, good or excellent? So say you had an excellent meal, then it will tell you the tip amount you should be given, the total bill for an excellent meal, and how much each of the 3 people have to pay. And you can add your own notes about it for later revision or review of that particular restaurant if you want to look at it again. We can click on restaurant location. We can input the location, the city and the postcode, and it will link to Google Maps. So I've just clicked on Google Maps and it's loaded, but nothing is actually loaded because I don't have a postcode or anything in there. But I'll show you how that works. I'm just going to quit out of that for now, and we'll go to design. So the design of this mathematics is fairly simple. So dining in, we can see it's just a text box, so we're just allowing 20 characters to be put in, and take a photo is using a drop point. So we can go to the take a photo, yes, no. We've got yes, no. We could just keep it a button. So if we want to take a photo, we can click to attach the image, or on your phone it will enable you to take a photo. Now we can click no, nothing really happens. The cost of the meal is a number box, and the number dining, we can click here and we can see it's a selection point. I've called it number dining. It takes the space out, and that's the name of it if we need to reference it in the app. Our selections are 1 to 6. You could have it 1 to 10 if you want, and you can just add them as you wish, and a bit of guidance on it if you want. Rate the service. So the service rating again is a selection point. I've called rate your service, and the ID name just takes out the spaces because they're not allowed in it. And you've got the 4 options. Now we have here if you rate your service, this is a logic point. If you rate your service average, then if we scroll down, it's showing the average service tip amount, total bill average, and each to pay. So we can go into those individually. So rate your service, it's a selection point. Again, you've got that. And we have here the 3 averages. So the average tip is based on a 15% tip. The total bill average is going to be the cost of the meal in pounds plus the 15%, and each to pay is going to be the total bill divided by the number dining, and these are just selectable through here. And again, this just goes on to highlight the difference. So if we looked at, it was an excellent service, then we could look at the math, and it's 21%. So it's the total cost of the meal in pounds or dollars times 0.21, which is adding on the 21%. The total bill is going to be the cost of the meal in pounds plus the excellent service tip amount, and each to pay is going to be the total bill divided by the number of people dining, and this will give all the values. Now the average is populated once you input all the data here, and excellent is telling you you've selected excellent. I know it's called average here, but that's just the naming of it, the page, that's all. I could have called it anything. And I haven't actually done anything with this paid, so then restaurant location is quite useful because it does link to Google and show you a map of where it is, so it's quite useful. I can't really show an example here. Well, I suppose I could show an example here where I live in Belfast. I would have to look for a local restaurant. I'll do that, just bear with me while I find something. So I'm going to see does this work. If we go to restaurant location, I'm just going to put in a postcode and see if anything comes up here. So link to Google Maps, and Google Maps is opened on the other screen, and it's showing you there is where I'm talking about. So it's obviously slightly off. I've just put the postcode in, and you can see, I don't know if you can actually see that, but it's showing you KFC. This actual restaurant is facing KFC, so it ain't KFC that I was trying to put in. We can have a look probably nearby. Well, okay, well not, but if I just do this to show you what I mean, and here's where I was thinking about down this restaurant here. So there's a little complex here, and here is the Khyber. No, it's not actually letting me go in there, but you can see this is the restaurant I'm talking about. And that was just from the postcode, and I don't even know, KFC is on down the road a bit. Yeah, so that's KFC, so it's obviously the same postcode, it's just up the road slightly. So that's how that bit works anyway, the postcode. So can be quite useful if you're wanting to remember where the restaurant is if you dine out a lot. So I'll just finish off this one anyway, and if you have any questions about this, sure, just drop me a message and I'll see if I can help. And that's it for now.